Hi, welcome to Group 93 of the GEICO Ethics Project. My name is Itlali Silva, and I was the team leader for this project.
Hello, my name is Zeru Haftold. I am a sophomore at the University of Houston, and I am the research lead for this project.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Bro, and my role in the project is the graphic display lead.
Hi, my name is Sokpo San, and I was the milestone leader for the GEICO Ethics Case Group 93.
Hi, my name is Kevin Din, and I'm the internal communications lead.
Hello, my name is Ernesto Castro, and I play the role of external communications.
Right. Hello, my name is Stephen Damar, and my role in this project was records and tracking. I will also be the one presenting the employee side in our ethics case presentation. All right, to get started, I'd like to give a quick overview of the topics that brought ethical challenges up for debate. We compiled 5 topics that we found compelling ethical arguments for both employees and employers, beginning with COVID-19, terminations, social media monitoring, work hours, and workers' compensation. Now, moving on to our first topic, which is COVID accommodations. There are many ethical debates with the COVID-19 pandemic, but the ones we chose to focus on was giving employees hazard pay and offering more time away from work. It is a very dangerous time to work right now, especially with the pandemic spreading like wildfire. Even if you're not at risk, you may have a family member or know someone who is at risk. As a result, we feel as though employees should be compensated more and offered more time away from work to recover. Financially, we believe employers can afford to pay employees more. Now, this is based off of some executives and owners earning more this year than ever before. Now, moving on to the next topic, which is terminations, but more specifically, wrongful termination. Employees feel as though employers should not be able to fire them without any reason. They could ruin employees' lives by laying them off and leaving them without any source of income based off of a reason unknown to them. We believe employees should not just be treated like another number on the spreadsheet when it comes to reading the bottom line. Now, the next topic up for debate is social media monitoring. In the year 2020, most people do have some form of social media where they can post their thoughts or big moments in life. Allowing employees to monitor or judge employees based off of their social media is morally wrong. Although all that should matter to an employer is the character and performance someone shows when at work, not outside of it. With employees monitoring social media, it could be seen as though employees are never off the clock, even though they will only get paid for it during regular work hours. Now, speaking of unfair compensation, our next topic is company work hours. Employees are often not given the choice whether they want to work hourly or salaried compensation. Usually the employer picks, and it usually ends up being that it works out in their favor. Now, salary employees are overworked and report some of the lowest job satisfaction across the board, and hourly employees consistently report employers using shady practices to avoid paying them a few extra dollars because it does add up over time for them. Either way, the employee has little to no say when it comes to compensation because the employer always has the right to termination. Now, the last topic up for debate is workers' compensation. Even though it was designed to assist employees struggling through tough times being out of work, it often works against them. Now, this is because employers don't either understand how their program should work or they don't have a return to work program in place. This effectively leaves the employee stranded out of work, and while recovering, they're forced to hunt for a new source of income. Now, that was all for the employee side. I'm going to pass it off to Ernesto to talk about the employer side on the topics.
I will now discuss the employer side. So the main priority of an employer is to keep his or her employees safe. And to do that, due to COVID, they would require them to use masks at all times, maintain 6 feet apart, and avoid any physical contact. So no handshakes, no hugs, no fist bumps, nothing of that sort, just to prevent the spread of COVID. And then they also make sure that employees follow the protocol to prevent the COVID spread. And I believe this is ethical because that is their priority, and they want to keep them safe, and they don't want anybody to get hurt. Legally, they have to do it because if they don't, especially in the restaurant industry, if they don't, they have to shut down because if somebody gets sick, that's what's going to happen, and they have to keep the business safe. And financially, they have to invest in chemicals, gloves, masks, and just all that stuff to prevent the spread of COVID. When it comes to terminations, it can be either ethical or unethical. Ethical would be if the employee has bad behavior, poor performance, steals or anything like that, they would have the right to terminate them. Unethical would be to fire them for no reason at all, or for just a personal reason that has nothing to do with their job. So the best thing to do for that solution is just to treat everybody fairly as an employer. Legally, they could, in Texas, they could fire somebody without reason, which is unethical but legal. When it comes to social media monitoring, employers find it ethical to do it, because that by monitoring other people's social medias, or at least their employees' social medias, they are able to see what they're up to and make sure they're not up to anything inappropriate or anything that could damage the business reputation. They also have to make sure that they maintain professionalism and no harm is being done to them in the workplace by anybody. Legally, they're allowed to do this, and for those reasons that I just stated. When it comes to company work hours, every employee must work, or any full-time employee works 40 hours a week. Any more than that, they have to get paid overtime, and they must have at least 24 hours of adequate resting. With that said, in the restaurant industry at least, there are people who get paid salary and they work past those 40 hours and they don't get paid overtime. And I find that unethical because they're working really hard and they don't get paid enough for what they do. So a solution for that would be to pay those salary people extra hours. Yes. And also, for employees, employers sometimes take away hours from them for bad reasons. Could be personal, but sometimes good reasons. So in that aspect, it can be ethical or not unethical. When it comes to workers' compensation, it would be ethical for an employer to give employees compensation, such as insurance, because accidents can happen in the workplace, and that is on the employer. So from the employer's point of view, they don't give people who work part-time benefits, at least in some companies. So that is unethical, because they could have an accident and nobody would be there to pay for it. With that said, this is the end of this presentation, and thank you for being here. Thank you for your time, and we wish you the best of your day.